season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. Now, first carry for the former Pro Bowler, Josh Jacobs.
And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Once again, it's Jacobs. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Crowd getting in it a bit already. Here's an early 3rd and 10. Now to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
So on 4th down, here's A.J. Cole to punt for the Raiders.
Back deep, Brandon Powell.
And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. It's a 44-yard punt, just 3 on the return. And the Rams are going offense here with a 1st and 10.
Stafford and the Rams come up 1st and 10.
At their own 43. They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. And he fires one that's intercepted.
Picked off by Trayvon Merrick.
That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw, or maybe the ball's tipped, or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, this defense for the Rams, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Seattle.
This defense certainly has a lot to be proud of coming off of last week's game, because when you only give up 14 points in a contest, you give your team a great chance to win. The best defense in the league is usually going to average giving up 18, 19 points a game. So to be under that, a terrific achievement.
Carr going to give it to Jacobs. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority, because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Carr to throw forward on 4th down.
Catch is made by Hunter Renfrow.
And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10.
And he'll be brought down at about the 42.
Brought down there by Taylor Rapp.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test him early. But it proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down. Now Carr.
The open man here, Renfrow. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the 1st down.
They'll go for it. It's Carr trying to get it to Adams, but it's intercepted.
And the Rams are going to get it back here just past the 35. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching the bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
On first down, they'll stay with Akers on the ground.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
And the Rams at 500 at 6-6. They were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. And I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
And that's how you shake off the interception you throw on the opening drive. Come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to two people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
1 yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
To throw is Stanford. That's out to the flat for Akers. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for? Who are the freshest guys coming off the...
And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Darrell Henderson with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Rams use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Extra point by Gain is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game.
After the touchdown, it's Gain to kick this one away.
He will return this from deep in the end zone.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Rams are going to take possession of the football.
For a team who came in here on a healthy winning streak, we're seeing some uncharacteristically bad play thus far. And that streak is definitely in jeopardy if this offense keeps giving the ball away and can't mount a few drives of their own.
Down to the 41.
Deron Harmon makes the tackle.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Stafford. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. He'll get it inside the 20. Touchdown! For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blower out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And according to Next Gen Stats, his top speed on that one better than 20 miles an hour.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going.
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Taylor Rapp with a pick. And the Rams are going to take possession of the football. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. On the counter, this is Akers. And he is going to lose yardage here. Hustling through to break that play up, Max Crosby.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
On 2nd and 12, Stafford trying to find Kupp, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Duron Harmon. And the Raiders are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. He'll give it to Jacobs to start the drive. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Counter play with Jacobs. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Well, based on what we've seen so far, I don't think you can even call this an off day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm, trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
First kick, 47. This one looks good as well.
On the return is Powell.
It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
They come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how teams like this approach these short turnarounds?
Well, wins and losses always factor into, how you're getting ready for the next game. But equally as important when you have the short turnaround, what is your injury situation? Are you losing key guys? And if so, how well have the backups prepared for this? Because you don't have much time to get them ready. They have to be ready before this week in order to play well in this game.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. Man open, it's Kupp. He's got it.
And he is going to have a Rams 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
And we're at the 41, 2nd and 9. Going right back to Akers. And he'll get about 3 here up to the 44-yard line.
It's a gain of 3.
Out of the gun, Stafford. He's got his target. It's the tight end, Tyler Higbee.
He's got room at the 30.
And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 27-yard line. A very well-executed play. It goes for 29 yards.
They'll run on 1st down with Akers.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line.
The tackle made by Jaylen Brown. Brought down back at the 39-yard line.
Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Now on 2nd and 13, Stafford. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Maxx Crosby has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So now Stafford and the Rams, after the sack, they're staring up at a 3rd and long. On 3rd down, here's a run by Akers. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And Gay knocks this one through, and that will extend their lead even further. So 3 points there, and they continue to build this first half lead.
Yeah, every little bit helps, and the more that you can put together drives and start controlling the tempo, controlling possession, finishing with points, the better off you're going to be.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. On play action, now Carr. Over the middle, complete. That's Cole. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave it with a 2nd and just a few inches left. Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. Connects with Cole again. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 1st and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Play action. Now it's Carr. Looking left sideline, incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings them up 2nd and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Throw right side into the hands of Foster Moreau. The final shot here before half for Carr. And he'll just get rid of it.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dive defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Carlson able to put this one through, and that will do it for this first half. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Rams going to get the football first here, and they look to build on their lead as the second half gets started. Pulls it in at the 13. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. This offense set to begin the 3rd quarter, and Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one, so now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game, and down the stretch, being able to be balanced, either throw it or run it, and try and win this ball game.
Stafford's throw here hauled in by Kupp.
Stafford's pass
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And space tough to come by there as he'll get maybe a yard to the 37.
But you know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks
on Stafford for the third time is intercepted. Picked off by Jayon Brown.
And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score.
Well, here in this third quarter, the whole complexion of the ball game flips on a dime there, CD. This is back to a one-score game.
And sometimes when your offense is sputtering, you as a defensive unit have to take it upon yourselves to say, we've got to go out there, maybe take a few chances along the way, and see if we can generate some points ourselves. And lo and behold, they were able to deliver.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
From the end zone, here comes Brandon Powell. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Stafford.
And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
Well, the connection they've had has been excellent today, but not on that snap. I think he was asking just a little too much as he extended that play, hoping for one more completion with him.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Here's Stafford.
He'll get this into the hands of Van Jefferson.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A very solid gain of 27.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
The slot man in motion right.
Stafford going to give this to Akers.
And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 48-yard line.
They'll go again here with Akers.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
51 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
They'll go with Akers here up the middle.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Here's a run with Akers on 2nd down.
And he's going to be close to a first down as he gets this to the Raiders' 26. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Play action, Stafford. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
Picked off by Nate Hobbs. And the Raiders are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line.
He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick six last week. Not a pick six here, but an interception.
Hey, it's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept the pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. But that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got Bioski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
Now again to Jacobs running right. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. They'll run right here with Jacobs. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Not a huge play, but I think they're more than happy with how it turned out. Don't be surprised to see them revisit that call, because there's a win there for more than just 5 yards. Put it in your back pocket and break it out when you need it later.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Here's Carr to throw. That's the tight end, Jesper Horsted.
And he is going to have the Raiders first down as he'll be marked down a yard or two past the marker following a gain of 6.
1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on 2nd down. Throwing now is Carr. This is caught inside the 15.
And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas.
Davante Adams. His 9th touchdown of the season.
And the Raiders are an extra point away from tying this game here on the 4th.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter. 17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away.
Powell now to take it out of the end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the 4th quarter. And a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
A give up the middle to Akers.
And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36.
65 yards on the ground for him so far.
Well, I think after that run, the defense get back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Stafford. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And this one is incomplete.
The offense schemed going 5 wide, trying to create a chance for the big shot, and they took it. If he comes down with that one, that's a huge offensive swing. But credit the defense with a nice play, knocking that one away.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. From the gun, here's Stafford. And the Raiders have got him. Max Crosby able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
So now Stafford and the Rams after the sack. Well, they're staring up at a 3rd and long.
53, ready, 22.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Gets this into the hands of the tight end, Higbee. And they will get this across midfield, but still well short of the first as he's dropped at the 46. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down. They snap it to Stafford. That's to his running back, complete. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. No luck for the Rams as they fail here on 4th down. And that will force a turnover on downs. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And the question, can they turn that interception into points? A tie game for the moment in the 4th quarter. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
A good run there off right tackle in old school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009-2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
On 1st down, they go with Jacobs again. And he tries to keep the legs churning, but he's going to be stopped behind the line.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
So the 1st down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a score to break this tie. On 2nd and 12, Carr, and he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Aaron Donald. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense. They kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Carr. Looking deep for Adams. And he's got it inside the 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Davante Adams. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Raiders strike quickly to take the lead here in the 4th. Carlson now to add the extra point. And they will take a 7-point lead now.
Makes the score Raiders 24, Rams 17.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Pulls it in at the 13. And he returns this to the 22.
At their own 22-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Now Stafford. He's going to let it fly. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Some coaches like to take the shorter, more reliable yardage, and some, they like to go for the big shot. No fear in risking a deep ball there, but it wasn't enough to get him to completion.
Completes this to Jefferson.
And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. 27 yards there, a first down.
That's good. Rams, first down.
Now it's Stafford. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
So now Stafford and the Rams, after the sack, they're staring up at a 3rd and long.
They'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game. Desperation time for Stafford on 4th down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's knocked away and incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position. Here's a handoff to Jacobs. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Carr going to throw here. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
When we talk with people about what we think the most important quality for an NFL quarterback to possess, what do people usually say?
Arm strength, and he showed the arm strength there.
Yeah, pretty good bullet pass he threw, but he wasn't accurate, was he? No. Listen, you like mobility, but accuracy, first and foremost, is what a quarterback needs. He didn't possess it on that play.
Back to throw, Carr. Forced out to his left. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And the Rams are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. One last throw here for Stafford. That's into the hands of Akers, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
What a thrilling 4th quarter this one was. Well, at least, I guess, if you're cheering for the winning side. An outstanding comeback, though, that saw them completely take control and change the outcome of this game.
Yeah, I'm not sure how many of us saw that coming, the way that they were playing, and having the lead after 3 quarters. A little bit of a stunning ending because it wasn't just a 1-touchdown swing. It was a multiple touchdown swing for them to end up losing that ball game. Give credit where